What's up, YouTube? We're back with another video, and it has to do with your favorite bicycle on YouTube, this Huffy. So, I've been reading all your comments that you've been wanting to see more about this build and just more videos about this in general, so I'm like, why not? I've been reading comments too about the brakes, my fancy brakes I have back here. Literally the only brake setup on here. But that is definitely going to get upgraded eventually. But for right now, we have nice disc brakes going up in the front. This is the cool little caliper right here. Little cable caliper. And there's a cool rotor down right there. Right there. So that's going to be all set up today. I just have to weld 2 tabs on the forks right here. And this will kind of go like that. And then connect the cable and connect it to the lever. So once that's all said and done, we'll go for a little test ride, and see how it feels. And then after that, I'll be designing a disc brake setup for the rear. That's going to be all custom and stuff, so it's going to take a little time, but it'll be cool in the end. But yeah, I appreciate you guys supporting me, liking, commenting, all on my stuff. Like for the past 3 months, I haven't done anything, so that's really cool. I appreciate that. But we're back in action, and I should be making a lot more videos. The better camera quality for sure is coming soon, and just different stuff coming soon. It's not always going to be this kind of build or something. Like there'll be days where I'm having fun on my pit bikes or something with friends and stuff, so there's a lot more to come. But today we're making this thing even cooler, so let's get started. I have the bike on the floor right now. The new front wheel's off, same with the old front wheel. Right now I'm going to install this front wheel back on there and then kind of just see where the caliper is going to have to go, and then measure my little brackets I have to build for the caliper mount and weld it on there. Repaint the forks the same color and connect the rest of the brake system. That's about it. Not too much for this upgrade, but it's going to be a really effective one, so it's going to be sweet. Yeah, let's get started. I'm going to start by grinding off a section of the paint of where the brackets are going to go on the forks, and then I'm going to cut out my pieces of metal for the mounts. So once that's all done, we'll jump to that. Alright, so I've already went ahead and I made my markings of where I need to weld my mount for this caliper. So I've already showed you it's going to go something like this. So I'm going to make my cutout and I'll show you once it's done, and if it goes out good, we'll just have to weld it on there, drill some holes, and that's that for the mounting part. Alright, so I already grinded this part on the fork. I already started grinding and grooving some parts for the mounting on the fork and the caliper. So if you look at this caliper, you'll see it has a hump right here, and then those 2 holes right here are the mounting points. So that hump is going to fit in this groove right here that I made in the metal. So it's going to go something like that. Very nicely. Drill 2 holes, shape this a little bit more, and weld it to the fork. This is just an old piece of steel. I'm not using my good steel for this. This is still good steel, but it's just an old one that I'm repurposing. I don't really like wasting stuff when it could easily just be used for stuff like this. So if anyone wants to do this to their bike too, this is a good DIY and how-to put disc brakes basically on any bike. Sure, you can just go get some forks that have the mounting points for this already, but if you don't have that available and you do have a welder and some scrap metal, there you go. So let's get on to the next thing. All right, so I got the mount cut out, the holes drilled, and it's bolted onto the caliper just for mock-up. And let's see how it fits. So it looks pretty good. It would just have to be welded on to the fork, and that's about it. I am gonna go ahead and shape these corners, make it look a little bit nicer. But I'm gonna skip to the part where I'm welding this on there already, so let's skip to the welding part. All right, so I just got the bracket shaped out. I had to show you before I welded it on there, but I'm liking the look of this. Can't wait to weld this on there. It's gonna be pretty cool. So let me bring out the welder and get this on there. Man. Alright, so I got the mount welded on there. Now it's time to just clean it up a little bit and throw some paint on there, make it look like nothing happened. Bolt on the caliper, throw on the wheel and tire, cable, and lever. And then we'll do the final reveal. Alright, so I just got the caliper on here. It's already welded on there, painted, caliper bolted on. I just have to put on the wheel, well, the tire and the new wheel, and then connect the rest of the brake system. So I'm gonna get started on the wheel. So this is the old one right here, new one, tire needs to go on there. So let's do that real quick. Put the new tire, or put the tire on the new wheel. And, oh, that looks sweet with the slick tire. Don't forget to check out my page, UFO Built Co. I post all the builds on there. So go put air in this tire and then we'll mount it on the bike. Boom, tire full of air. Time to mount it on the bike real quick. Beautiful. Whole new look for this bike. What do you guys think? I'm in love already. But there's one thing I do notice. That rotor, I don't like how these spirals are facing that way. This needs to be flipped the other way, in my opinion. So I'm happy I did the brakes. Now I just gotta connect the cable and the lever, make sure they function properly, you know, with a little test ride, and that will complete the brake build. Sweet. It's all together. Rotor, caliper, mount, cable, and lever, all on here. I put on an Odyssey shorty lever I built. I think it looks pretty cool though. I can't wait to try it after hauling some butt down the street. I hope you guys like this, and I hope you learned something from it and you built something cool with what you learned. I don't know. But thanks for watching, everyone. There'll be a ride video soon.